It was some time before the cowardly lion awoke from his long sleep among the poppies. When at last he rolled off the truck and stretched himself, he was very glad indeed to find he was still alive. The others told him how the field mice had rescued him, and the lion laughed in wonder. "How strange," he said, "that such tiny creatures saved a great beast like me." Soon they found the yellow brick road again and followed it toward the Emerald City. The land grew greener with every mile. Greenhouses, green fences, even people dressed head to foot in emerald shades. Yet the people stared at them from a distance, especially at the lion, and none dared come close. That evening they were kindly welcomed into a farmhouse painted entirely green. There they heard marvelous stories of Oz, how he could take any shape he pleased, and how no one had ever truly seen his real form. The next day they reached the great green wall of the Emerald City. A gate studded with glittering emeralds stood before them. When Dorothy rang the bell, a guardian of the gates admitted them. But first he locked green spectacles upon their eyes so the brightness of the city would not blind them. Inside, everything shimmered with green marble and emeralds. Shops sold green candy and green lemonade. Even the sky seemed tinted with green light. At last they were brought to the palace. After a long wait, Dorothy was called alone into the throne room. There she beheld a gigantic head, floating without body, with enormous eyes that fixed upon her. "I am Oz, the Great and Terrible," boomed the voice. Dorothy bravely asked to be sent home to Kansas. But Oz would not grant her wish freely. "Kill the Wicked Witch of the West," he commanded. "When she is dead, I will send you home." Dorothy was heartbroken. She had never killed anyone willingly. Yet Oz would not change his mind. Sorrowfully, she returned to her friends. The next day, the Scarecrow was summoned. When he entered the throne room, he did not see a giant head. Instead, upon the emerald throne sat a beautiful lady with flowing green hair and shining wings. "I am Oz," she said sweetly. The Scarecrow begged for brains, but Oz told him the same thing. Kill the Wicked Witch of the West, and then he would grant his wish. The Scarecrow returned puzzled, for Dorothy had seen a head, not a lady. The following morning, the Tin Woodman was called. He hoped to see the lovely lady, thinking she might have pity on him. Instead, he found a monstrous beast larger than an elephant, with 5 eyes and 5 long arms, covered in thick woolly hair. "I am Oz!" roared the creature. The Tin Woodman asked for a heart. The beast growled that he must earn it by helping Dorothy kill the witch. The Woodman returned, shaken. On the third morning, the lion went in boldly, determined to frighten Oz into granting his request. But before the throne burned a fierce ball of fire, blazing so hot it singed his whiskers. "I am Oz," said the voice within the flames. The lion begged for courage. "Bring me proof that the Wicked Witch is dead," Oz replied, "and you shall have it." The lion fled the room, his courage no stronger than before. Now all 4 friends understood. None would receive what they sought unless the Witch of the West was destroyed. They gathered together in sorrow. "There is no hope for me," Dorothy said. "I cannot kill anyone." "But if we do not try," said the lion, "none of us will gain what we desire." "I shall never have brains," sighed the Scarecrow. "Nor I a heart," said the Tin Woodman. "And I shall never see Aunt Em and Uncle Henry again," whispered Dorothy, wiping away tears. The Green Maiden warned her not to stain her gown with tears, so Dorothy dried her eyes bravely. At last they agreed. Though none of them truly wished to harm the witch, they would journey to the land of the Winkies and face her together. The Tin Woodman sharpened his axe and carefully oiled his joints. The Scarecrow stuffed himself with fresh straw and had his eyes newly painted so he could see clearly. Dorothy's basket was filled with food, and a little green ribbon with a bell was tied around Toto's neck. They went to bed early, heavy-hearted yet determined. At dawn, they were awakened by the crowing of a green cock and the cackling of a hen that had laid a green egg. The time had come. Together, with uncertain courage but loyal hearts, they prepared to set out toward the dark land of the Wicked Witch of the West.